Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're continuing our series on the Tome of Heroes from Kobold Press, a third-party 5th edition supplement. It adds new races, subclasses, and all sorts of things to our favorite tabletop game. Today we're talking about something that we actually have a few of in D&D already, Catfolk. You see, in D&D 5th edition proper, we have Leonins, which are lion people. We have Tabaxi, the ever-popular cat people. We also have Shifters, which are very similar to, cat people in the sense that they can transform into bestial forms. We even have Changelings, which can look like basically anything. Lots of options for those who wish to play a cat. But the cat folk in this book are simply called that. They're just catfolk. And I think it's interesting. They actually have a couple different options for catfolk, and we're going to go over the details of how you can play them in just a moment. But before we do, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. First, you get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know that you're a supporter. But also you get early access to my videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I upload them a day early for members only. If that interests you, you can click the join button just below the video down there. I'd love to see you in the comments. And if it doesn't, that's totally fine. Just watching the video, liking, subscribing, all that stuff that costs nothing at all. That's a great way to support me, and I'm very, very thankful that you're here. So thank you for watching my content. So Catfolk. Catfolk were written in the standard 5th edition way without the optional rules and tashas. So we're going to start off with a +2 to our dexterity. Dexterity is arguably the best stat in the game, covers so many different things. I give a +2 to it, a 10 out of 10, no question. You also have a standard movement speed of 30 feet, which is honestly kind of interesting to me because I would have thought Catfolk would have a slight speed boost, but here we are. Nothing wrong with a 30-foot movement speed. I say that's 9 out of 10. They also have standard dark vision, 60 feet of it. All creatures that don't have dark vision wish they did, and I give this 10 out of 10. They do get cat claws. These replace your unarmed strikes for 1d4 plus your strength modifier in damage. These are slightly weaker unarmed strikes than some of the updated races in Monsters of the Multiverse, but we're still getting improved unarmed strikes. Nothing wrong with that. I say that for the 1d4 bonus, we're going to go with a 7 out of 10. And then they get Hunter's Senses. They get 2 skill proficiencies, Perception and Stealth. Hard to argue with that. And as far as I'm concerned, those are the two best skills in the game. Like, you could talk about different situations, but Perception and Stealth come up so often. And I think that getting proficiency in both of them is 10 out of 10 of the highest order. One of the best ways to pump up your stats is to just get proficiency in these. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for those. And then as far as languages go, they're one of the few D&D races that only get a single language. They speak Common. They do not get anything extra. And I think that's a shame. It's a bit of a flavor fail to not have some kind of, wild speak. Maybe Sylvan? I don't know. But yeah, so single language, 7 out of 10. There's nothing here really to talk about. And then you have 2 different sub-races. Basically, these are themed after smaller cats, like domestic cats and bobcats and stuff, and bigger cats, like tigers and panthers and stuff. The first one is called the Malkin Catfolk. These are the small ones. They get a natural +1 to their intelligence modifier, or to their intelligence score. Intelligence is the most niche ability score in the game, only good for a couple specific types of builds, so I'm going to give a +1 in that, a 5 out of 10. They also have the size small. They are the small catfolk. Being small-sized isn't an inherent bad thing. There's plenty of good things small races can do, but mechanically they're slightly weaker than their medium-sized brethren, so I give small races a 9 out of 10. Then they get the Curiously Clever trait. This gives them proficiency in the investigation skill. I mean, investigation's a great skill, nothing wrong with it. And what's interesting is this means they have 3 skill proficiencies right from the beginning of the game, which is more than any other race that I can think of. So that's awesome. And for investigation, I give it an 8 out of 10. Finally, they get Charmed Curiosity. Charmed Curiosity is an interesting feature that is very similar to the Halfling's Lucky trait, but a little bit reduced. Basically, if they roll a natural 1 on a dexterity check or saving throw, they get to re-roll it and use the second roll. This is good. I mean, dexterity checks cover stealth as well as acrobatics and sleight of hand, and dexterity saving throws are some of the more common ones, avoiding fireballs and stuff, as well as a lot of traps require dex saves. Obviously, this isn't the super powerful lucky trait, but I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's solid. And overall, the Malkin Catfolk, I give an 8 out of 10. They've got some good features, some mid ones. Overall, they're pretty good. But the second Catfolk, the Pantherian, they're the bigger Catfolk, so they get a +1 to their Wisdom instead of Intelligence, and I think Wisdom is a slightly more useful skill or stat than Intelligence is, less niche, a little more widely applicable. I give it 6 out of 10 for a +1. And they're medium-sized instead of small-sized. Again, like I said, it's a little more mechanically sound, you've got a little more potential with medium sizes, so I give that 10 out of 10. Then they get the Hunter's Charge feature. A few times per day, equal to their proficiency bonus, if they move 10 feet towards a creature and then hit with a melee weapon attack, they can use their claw attack as a bonus action. This is a cool way to weaponize your bonus action a few times per day. I don't know why you couldn't just do this. Like, I feel like this is the sort of thing that you could just... I mean, moving 10 feet towards an enemy is not something you can do infinitely unless you are okay risking opportunity attacks. I guess the mobile feat could help you with this. But I don't think it would be broken to just say, when you move 10 feet towards a creature, you could hit and hit again. But here we are. And I think that as a feature, weaponizing a bonus action is powerful. I'm giving it 7 out of 10, regardless of its limitation. And then they get One with the Wilds. This is another skill proficiency that they get. Once again, both types of Catfolk get 3 in total. But the Pantherians actually get a couple options. They can choose from Insight, Medicine, Nature, or Survival. Now, I would say that Insight is probably on par with Investigation skill-wise. It does feed into Wisdom a little better. The other 3, mid-skills, but if you want to lean into Medicine, Nature, or Survival, nothing wrong with them. I think that overall, I'm going to give One with the Wilds a 9 out of 10, because it does give you the choice to pick your favorite from this list, and you're still getting 3 from your race, which is awesome. Overall, the Pantherians get a 9 out of 10. I think they are slightly better than their smaller counterparts, both with their skills, their natural size, and their stat boost. Obviously, they don't get that re-rolling of 1s, but I think bonus action attacks a few times per day is perfectly valid. Overall, these Catfolks are pretty good. I mean, I would say that Tabaxi and Shifters do have a little more unique features, but this stuff is pretty solid. You've got decent attack power, lots of skill proficiencies, a couple unique little features. I think that's good, and I think that playing a Catfolk, if you want to play into that cat fantasy, but you want to do something different than what D&D has offered, this is a great option. Nothing here is broken. It's all well built, and I think that bringing the Tome of Heroes into your game and asking your DM, hey, can I play this cat person, is a very valid question. And DMs, if your players ask, there's nothing wrong with playing cat people. Cats are awesome. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, as well as a link that I'll leave to the Tome of Heroes. It was written by Kobold Press. It's a great third-party expansion to 5th edition D&D, and I highly recommend that you check it out for yourself. Have a good one, my